turns around, the call comes out from Saberlight, the spins will get the kill, but Madara will get the runes.
Yeah, Madara's gonna get both runes, and probably a good trade. I'm not sure she could save the Bane there.
It was very unlikely. You would have maybe delayed his death a little bit, but even after that, like, Peksu at that stage is out of mana, he's out of health. He'd have to walk back to base to deny himself. Definitely the right choice being made by Madara there.
Oh, look at Supreme here in the mid lane, completely out of mana.
You know, I was then clicking there. I checked the levels, immediately saw 6. I was like, something's about to happen in this mid lane. And what it is Medusa's just having her head stomped into the ground.
Oh gosh.
Oh, she's in trouble. Peksu rotates around. They trap her in the corner. And they know they got this kill. Never Blast, Life Drain instead of turn around. Nightmare comes out in the Phoenix as well. Seni, what are you doing here? The double for Mage. Well, one in piece actually, but all the same for him, because now with the Catapult and the Never Blast, he can do a lot of damage to this tier 1. Actually on the rune. Muff moving in.
Yeah,
He'll deny.
Muff's gonna deny the Invis rune. Nice play there. That hurts the Pugna a lot because he's got an empty bottle.
Yeah, he identified that the Bane did have a sentry, so he didn't want to actually try his luck there. Didn't want to try and pick it up.
Yeah, that effectively might have just saved the mid tower too.
It has. You can't actually pressure anymore. You need to actually get full. He does use the shrine, but that means that he's not poking and prodding his tower, and that would have been the perfect time as well. With the catapult there, he would have taken that tier 1.
Well, on the bottom lane, Madara doing just fine here. Got lifted. Looked like it might be in a little bit of trouble, but
no, Muff's here all alone, more or less. The Axe had to go use the shrine alongside the Medusa, and the biggest problem right now is because Phoenix is sapping up mid. They know that Void's all alone. You can just see them making sure it gets nowhere near the creep wave.
Well, and the Phoenix can do absolutely nothing as Pugna just stands here and kills the tower.
Pugna basically giving a freebie, and meanwhile on the bot lane, Madara picks off the Rubik here. They just ignore Axe completely.
It was just a little bit weird when the Axe left for the shrine. It was Muff just kind of continued playing up and was taking her ass, and I felt a little more secure when Saberlight comes back to lane. But yeah, you got quite a bit of burst damage coming out from those two heroes on the Radiant side.
Pop. They want this. Mage has arrived. They can't get the kill in the Void. They'll have to take the tower. And actually, Curry's nowhere near 6. Still got half a level to go.
That is a clean win if you can take this tower.
There's no way to really stop them. They don't want to contest either. Mage is in a whole other league right now. No one can really deal with him.
That lane against the Medusa, that is a Pugna favored lane, I believe, but I don't think it's supposed to go quite that badly. Boy, Curry just, Kazu has the sense that he's up here.
It does indeed. And I think the other issue you're looking at here is, yes, Dusan now has an XP advantage over the Pugna, but Pugna does a lot more. It's not like you're on this type of hero that can then punish Pugna with an XP advantage.
Well, and the net worth too. I mean, Pugna's sitting up there with, 1,600 net worth on the Medusa, so the level advantage is really mitigated.
Pretty negligible.
Oh,
Stampede used, bot lane. Oh, trying to get this Madara. Life Drain will protect him.
There you go.
They might turn around though. They see this. Oh, they just blow up Muff. Straight away he's gone, and Zeni, you might want to leave too. You take a lot of damage from the creeps.
Muff just playing a little bit loose on this Rubik, just not respecting the nuke potential of the enemy heroes. I mean, but between Brain Sap and Lucent Beam, Rubik, you're squishy, buddy.
He is indeed, especially seeing as, the changed Arcane Supremacy we talk about is straight.
Yeah, you no longer have that defensive aura. Right?
Exactly. Got more aggression, but less defense. And I'm just watching the top lane as you just saw multiple times Curry. He wanted to chrono onto the call, but he can't. And Axe in the bot lane going down so easily as Mage rotates for another tower.
Please stop feed. That's got to feel so bad as your Medusa when you're just sort of trying to claw your way back into this game.
There's no recovery in sight at this rate if they keep letting Mage take towers like this. This is freebie after freebie.
Well, there's just not that much they can do with it, and this is why we criticize the greed of the Hippo lineup, especially against a Pugna. I mean, you're not down 3 towers.
Yeah, definitely that type of hero that can actually apply that early aggression to punish you when you take these 2 carries that want to farm constantly. Runes are up, and that's just crippling even more. Vega, they take every rune. Hippomaniacs are being starved.
That's a 5k gold lead at 10 minutes with so much map control here. Look at the radiant wards. You know, it's just the slow burn in terms of making Dire play on a small map.
You can see Dire's wards fixated around this mid that they will never get a chance to touch. His mage has returned here, and his next objective will just be to start shoving in on that tier 2 in the mid lane.
You just need, and with this Void Medusa combo, you need a bigger map to provide farm to both of these heroes. That's why I was worried about so much being placed on the axe. And then when that mid and bottom lane goes so disastrously.
And the only one doing maybe okay is the Void, but actually he's behind the Deucer now. He has just picked up the treads, and he still is reluctant to commit a chrono to anything. Can't blame him with that lack of damage as well. He needs like a Mask of Madness before he can actually burst through anyone. They are going to smoke though. They can drop the egg as well. They might be able to find someone. The problem is there's so many people that you can't have in that have to be in that chrono rather. You have to have the call in there if he's nearby. You have to catch the Pugna. Just stops you from killing people.
Yeah, and they may pick off this Coddle Centaur duo top here, but remember we've got 2 radiant heroes.
Stampede.
Backside mage is here, baby.
You're gonna turn around on him here. The Ignis is just getting dropped down, and oh no, they're in a lot of trouble. They steal the Ignis in return, Bane. He's stuck staring in the eyes of the Zeus. Is gonna run him down. The call in the back foot catches on a Pugna, and now the chrono is there.
Nice
They
chrono.
take a lot of damage in there with blast. They'll get the kill in a Pugna as well, and that was probably the best they could hope for out of these chronos.
Absolutely. Absolutely. The other two Hippo heroes coming in right at the time to make the difference there. I thought that the Call Out placement looked decent. Medusa was out of mana by the time she popped Stone Gaze, but difference is your other 2 heroes are in position to come in and influence the fight.
And then the other big thing, of course, was that stolen Will-O-Wisp just placed perfectly to ensure that Pexu got turned to stone, which meant there was no Nightmare coming out. There was no brain sap that he could sustain longer. He was just useless. Not to mention, actually, if you...
That's why all the teams love picking Rubik, right? I mean, you can always make a big play with this hero out of the support position. He's one of the only heroes that, as the enemy team gets levels,
he benefits.
Your hero gets better.
Absolutely, and like that's the other thing. You look at it. Maybe Pexu had the Fiend's Grip, but he's about to get level 6, but he definitely wasn't level 6 for that fight. And that meant he had to be that deep. He had to be that aggressive. He couldn't try and snipe someone out from the side with his ultimate.
Look at the play call here from Madara, though. They want that tier 2.
It opens up the jungle. Like you said already, this Deuce of Void, they need more of the map. And you're just going to carve the entire jungle that Void is so desperately farming.
Curry needs to be a little bit careful here. Okay, he knows it.
Will mean they will submit and probably give over this tower. They have actually smoked up, which is interesting considering you have got the egg coming off cooldown, but no chrono for 40 seconds.
40 seconds still.
They got the blink though on Saberlight. Problem is Pexu is likely to just tank this attempted gank. He's pretty deep. They'll ping onto him. They'll move in. The call's going to come out now. Pexu will fall, and they will leave him behind. Or the one on the bot lane. Stampede to make sure they actually get out. Meanwhile, on the bot lane, maybe next time it's just going to shove in here to make sure someone has to respond. Farm, farm, farm.
Absolutely.
The richest support right now, but that's what you expect. The biggest thing that you get out of a call pick is he is going to farm like no other.
Yeah, but still, that Bane pickoff is really good for Hippo because it gives them another minute or 2 here to farm both of those big cores. This is the set that you need to run, okay, to have a chance in this game. You need Void farming primary and Medusa farming secondary.
Of course, this is the window, right? Like we haven't seen a Fiend script so far. That Bane pickoff, like you said, is good because right now the Medusa and the Void are both very squishy, very susceptible to getting bursted down in a Fiend's Grip. Maybe the Medusa are a little bit less, but honestly, I mean, you got 700 mana. You have to stay on strength threads whenever you think someone's nearby.
Exactly.
That's awfully buffed up. I like that move from Rubik, just passing by with the Arcane Supremacy to amp up the damage.
Pexu
He's fine this time.
He still needs to get the hell out of here. Okay.
Well, Madara's frontlining right now. They have to be careful because the Chrono is back up. The runes.
Oh, look at Mage in the dire jungle forcing out the Stone Gaze.
Wow. They actually had no choice there as the life drain was being used, and you finally do her on her own. She has no lockdown. That alleviates some pressure, but the good news for Hippomaniacs is they do have these layers we talked about in the draft. You've got the Axe with the Blink initiation. You've got the Egg. You've got the Chrono. There's so much that Vega have to fight into. They always need this pickoff before engaging.
Yeah, which is fine when, you know, you're the ones dictating the action, when you're the ones kind of 5-manning into towers. But it feels like Vega have let Hippo get a little bit closer to equal footing. They're going to run this smoke play down into the Radiant jungle. Probably won't catch anybody.
They could go for the wraparound. They have to know someone's around the tier 1. They do just see the Never Blast being used, but they don't expect this many heroes.
Yeah, and Coddle's coming in on the team. We're going to have...
Oh, they're smoking.
Their own smoke. And this was not spotted.
Stomp not there, but Stampede movement for the call's going to come out. Saberlight's been found. Now the Will-O-Wisp, they drop the Egg as they know they have no escape plan from this. They'll clean up the Axe and move out of range with the stun.
And the Fiend's Grip move on the backside. It's going to get the buff Rubik.
Player will find him. He's lurking around. Now Supreme needs to be careful himself. They could move in. The Blink's coming off cooldown for the center. Oh, Chrono connects only on the one. Hit his stop. He's going to turn around, face this boy. Still trying to do what he can. Mage will get the Never Blast up before going down. Curry's going to retreat. The gaze has been used. Supreme chasing. But the zoning ultimate from Madara will enable the kill onto the Phoenix. He'll turn around the Deuce, who was all alone, has no assistance. They're coming down now with a Void. But he's going to take a lot down. He needs to be careful with Illuminate. There's a Lucent Beam. They can't find Kezu. He walks back to the stop, anticipating. He will go down, though, to the Deuce's damage. And there's Saberlight turning things around. Pexu with the Nightmare to make sure Axe can't keep chasing. They get the Nightmare off. They want the dunk, but Pexu breaking line of sight. He'll buy enough time. This TP, so close, but the Fate Bolt's there.
That's a nice try.
That really did backfire on the side of Vega. Looked so good to begin with, but Hippomaniacs surprisingly tanky.
Yeah, and it's a good example. Like, that's the kind of fight that Vega wants. They want kind of this rolling skirmish so that Hippo doesn't have as much time to set up the team fight wombo combo. But just that couple of minutes, right? With Medusa having her YK online, with Void having this Vlad's online, just gives them the extra sustain that they need on the side of Hippo to force Vega off their side of the map.
That's the thing
DD rune for Lina into the Roche pit.
Straight away.
Other side of this is they know Chrono, Stone Gaze, and the Supernova are down. Although Supernova's going to be back up in 10.
Yeah, but you can't fight without it. Axe maybe gets a goggly call, but they already know Axe is on the other side of the map. Saberlight in the bot lane just shoving in on the tier 1 here means they're going to give over the Roche. Scan way too late to do anything about it.
DD.
Pexu. He finds Phoenix. The Nightmare's on him. He's a little bit far forward. They're going to move in right now. Never Blast. Life Drain gets him low with the Brain Sap. He's going to give the TP away. And can they stop him? Yes, they can. Kezu gets across with a Stomp Stampede.
You can see that nice little bonus kill there.
Now they can look.
Curry in the left side tree is going to be forced to TP back.
Now they need to find a push, though. The problem is they've centralized themselves in the top lane. But, well, there is no tower there. You need to actually transition across to the mid.
That's fine. They're trying to, but they just don't have the creep wave.
Well, Kezu's going to get it now. It should be coming soon. They can take towers quickly. Of course, they can't threaten high ground, not with the full combo of Hippomaniacs up.
And just little mistakes there. They're kind of little, not even a mistake, but just a little bit of suboptimality in your play means that Hippo are able to guaranteed get a tier 1 trade, possibly even a tier 1 for nothing. As the ults are back online, Vega do have to be a little bit careful here. They could easily get caught disengaging for the push if Hippo decide to go back on the offensive.
Yeah, they're just centralizing around Madara, making sure they've got enough distance between them so that if a Chrono comes out, it's all about like side it to ensure the blinding light of Decrepify comes into effect and no one dies.
Yeah, and it wasn't really a threat there. Curry had already used his TP to get from the top lane down to the bottom of the farm, so he didn't really have a nice view back to that fight.
Well, Curry does now have the Yasha, so he's increased his DPS in a fight by a decent amount. Then you look on Dusa, heading towards that Skadi, already having one of the ultimate orbs. The window of opportunity is closing for Vega. They do need to ramp this up.
That's the thing. You've let Medusa and Void get these sort of mid-tier items that at least means that they're a factor in fights.
Madara, he says any Skadi you can build, I can build too. Actually, he's going for the Manta first. Don't be confused, guys. There isn't a new recipe for Skadi. It doesn't involve 3 ultimate orbs.
And I understand the need for this blink purchase on the Mage Pugna, but it is dead gold in a lot of these fights.
Like now he's dead. He's going to get caught. The Supernova goes down. The Mage has already gone the Stampede to disengage. The combo is on cooldown, but, well, that was your initiation with the haste, looking for something. Madara going to turn around. There's the Phillips Wilbur going down. Now the Lucent Beam with the Eclipse doing a decent amount of damage to the case. Connects on the Luna. They turn around the Sunray and they'll just burn through the Aegis. And he move away, but still staring into the light. Deuce has not got rid of the Will-O-Wisp. Will finally go down. The Aegis means that he comes back. Luna looking to turn this fight around. It's going to be Lucent Beam. Feeds grip. They need to get rid of the Deuce and they will be able to do so. The Stomp maybe a little bit too late. Never Blast gets the kill. Move through Madara. Chasing Lucent Beam's there. Rubik's down. On the other side, though, Pexu is claimed by Axe. They're going to move in. Bashes there. Mage to Decrepify to protect himself. Should be fine. Saberlight tried for the call, but fluffs it as he was interrupted on the blink. The buyback did come out from the Bane, but he's looking in the wrong place as a Saberlight. Well, he takes him on a little kiss chase.
Heavy commitment there as 2 Vega heroes buy back.
Yeah, that was definitely not the fight they were looking for. They tried to poke a pro. They thought with the blink, they could just pick off the Rubik. Easy peasy, but well, the side of Hippo will win.
Yeah, that's the problem, though, is that once you get caught in that chrono, that blink just becomes 2.5k dead gold.
Aeon Disc might have been a better choice. In fact, he's going for Yule's next. Mage is...
That's what I wonder.
I feel like he needs Aeon Disc desperately.
Yeah, I mean, you know that Void is going to complete his BKB like never in the game.
Oh, they're initiating in. Stomp's going to be there. They see the Deucer. Can they actually get it, though? Kezi trying to body block in. Life Drain's going to be there as well. Trying to just Kyle move to the side. Now Void arriving on the Mage, but no, Nightmare's there.
Supernova in 10.
Hexu's way too deep, though. He knows he has to give his life for this. As the rest of them have to back away. The Chrono is coming off cooldown 25. They don't want to hang around for that. And Vega.
Yeah, that was one of those where the clock in Vega's head was ticking there. They knew that those big ults were coming off cooldown if they chose to extend that engagement. I think that's a wide decision to back, but you do give away Pexu in the process again.
That's the thing. I'm just looking at Vega, and all these moves feel rushed because they know they've got to capitalize on the time that those ultimates are down. But Hippomaniacs have done a good job of juggling them. Like, don't be deceived by this net worth. Hippomaniacs are looking a lot better than you think right now.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with that. I mean, Vega is the one that needs to be active to maintain this lead, and this is not what you want.
And now they're reactive, and they're just going to lose the puck now.
So weak. I mean, again, what have we gotten out of the Blink Dagger since completing it?
Death, and I believe it was another death as well, actually, Haas. How about sums it up? Saberlight, taking a guess here. I like to see that, you know, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. We see too often, no one wants to try for it. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Feed Script is there. On Nakari, they drop the egg. He's got the Chrono. Can they get him in time? Lucent Beam. Yes, they get through him with the double edge. And now they will pop the egg. Connects onto 2 without the Void. You don't have the damage anymore. Dusa doesn't want a part of this. They might actually find Rubik. There it is. That's going to be there. Call on their side. Actually connects on the Luna. They're going to find it. Stomp, turn around. Nightmare to protect. Madara's going to move away. And now the Will-O-Wisp coming into effect as Axe moves in. There's the Eclipse. The Gaze has been used. Can they get the kill to Axe? Yes. Yes, they can. The Glaze bouncing from the illusion. Supreme will look to escape now. As the Stone Gaze is gone, they'll look to initiate. Maybe next time, blinking forward here. Hasn't got the blinding light for 10 seconds. Madara a little bit too low on HP to engage. But they still take a favorable exchange there.
Yeah, and I actually think I think if Supreme had been in position just a couple of seconds sooner, that even could have been a different fight. If he'd have tanked a couple of those Lucent Beams up and saved the Axe, I think Hippo might have been able to turn there or at least get out with less damage.
In the end, they are being punished for their greed. I mean, you saw that good move bot and then immediately into mid. They're just trying to get as much out of this map as quickly as possible. But Vega, their heads are not in the dark. We said they've got this net worth lead. They can still compete. And when you're the ones rushing, you're bound to be the ones making mistakes in these matchups.
And Axe and Void and Medusa should not be farming in the same jungle happening there. You got a nice little ancient stack over here. At least a double. Let's go over there and harvest that. Okay. Good man, Curry. Farming efficiency.
There's clearly a little argument there as Supreme was moving that way. Then immediately just Curry's like, no, this one is mine.
But I got a DD rune.
I don't care. I need a Maelstrom. Oh, in the middle lane though, Supreme
might be
gonna be punished for farming here. Life Drain just pushes him closer to the Pugner. He has no escape plan from this. Stone Gate's coming off cooldown now. He gets so low, but no. Muff covers the escape.
Yep, just a little bit too tanky with the 2 ultimate orbs there. This is what I'm saying, that it doesn't necessarily need to be a big item. You let these heroes get online a little bit, especially in this patch.
And you pay the ultimate price.
Scotty.
Picked up, and now pretty damn scary. You're going to need some serious lockdown here. Of course, they do have the means with Decrepify, but that does mean your Luna can't right-click this. It's going to be all about looking for an Eclipse combo in that scenario. Should be a smoke coming out for Hippomaniacs soon, I'd imagine. They want to try and capitalize on this, right? You just stick the Medusa up against the tower, you wrap around the back. They're going to do it without a smoke, though. They have sentries.
I mean, it is nighttime, and all your stuff is up. They have to play so carefully. And once again, this is... You made this comment earlier that, you know, Vega's presence in this upper left portion of the map, Roshan's not up, and there's no tower there.
They are overly
feels like
invested.
a little bit of dead time.
Yeah, it's a lot of wasted time, especially seeing Supreme just sit mid. You can look for a wraparound opportunity, maybe, but that's a long way down to reach there. Now the call coming in. They found the Centaur, trying to drag him away. The Willows gets dragged in. And Axe stuck here in here. Can't do anything. The X is going to be committed. The Gaze as well. But they won't find anything for it. They already lost the Axe, and they need to retreat. And they might be found on the way out. Oh, no, look. He flew into the Ignis. Seni cannot escape. This is going to go to the TP. It's going to be close. He'll make it. With his Sunray flying away to the teleport of safety. Rubik won't be so lucky, though, as he goes down.
Yeah, Saberlight Axe just felt like he was a little bit ahead of his team there. He's like, guys, I'm going. Whoa, 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 whoa. Right? The egg positioning, by the time the egg came out, it was right on top of the tier 2 tower, basically. Vega had plenty of vision there, able to sort of do the delta split around it and come back in behind.
It was kind of like watching when you have an Enigma on your team. He's like, all right, guys, I'm not going to say when I go because it's going to be so quick. There might be this 5-man opportunity, so I'm going to go for the black hole when it's there. And the time it is there is when your team's on the other side of the map and you're just going, guys, where are you? I need you over here right now.
Team?
Be there soon. 20 seconds. No, black hole lasts 4. And, well, similar with the egg. Not going to last that long. You saw the Deuce at the end just kind of run in like damage control there. For God's sake, why did you commit this early?
No kidding. And it's got to be said, so Mage has his Yules now, but he's still super vulnerable to getting initiated on. That Axe jump still just ruins him.
You know, it has been questionable. We both said we think Aeon Disc would be better suited here. I would see it as a more desirable item. We are also seeing Supreme head towards the BKB in this game, which is not something we see too often on the Deucer.
Yeah, but I think it's called for in this game. If again, that status resistance from the Bane is just so freaking annoying if you get enfeebled and have no BKB. And once you do get BKB, like, Vega has grip to deal with you, and that is about it.
True, and also the Decrepify as well just disarms you. Anything that stops you attacking is the problem here. And BKB does allow you to go ham. But both teams calming down a little.
Coming out from Hippo.
But Maniac
may end up finding the Luna down here.
They may indeed. Madara is farming the Ancients. If he moves across the Mud Golems, he's as good as gone. Saberlight moving in the pings.
Right.
Yep. Madara moves away just in time. He knows something's not right here.
Nice read.
They'll find a sentry.
Alarm bells going off.
Yeah, but that wasn't what revealed it. It was just a little bit too odd, shall we say. His spidey senses were tingling.
Yeah, and you can see the drawing on the mini-map there by Kezu. He wants to continue threatening that top lane, setting up the Roche play. That's their best defense against getting caught in the Roche pit, is making sure these lanes are pushing into the Dire base to the point that Hippo has to respond.
And that's what maybe next time has been doing well, as you just saw him shove that in. There is going to be a TP from Void. He does have the chrono.
If they get caught in the pit against this, though.
But he gets caught. Kezu blinks the other side. Now the call coming in. Isn't going to land, though.
Nice idea.
I mean, it worked last time. Although they didn't have the damage last time. But Kezu's still trying for these next level cute plays.
Well, it's one of those things where if Saberlight lands that call in the Roche Pit blind with all this ult behind him, he's unkillable. And this is the problem for Vega.
Speaking of calls, they come out. Kessie down to half HP to Crepify protects, and now the Chrono. He still can't attack the Centaur though. He's still on half HP. Get the Stampede out in time at this rate. Now the Will-O-Wisp down, and the Backstab for the Eclipse are going to get rid of both the supports. And Axe down as well. Medusa moving in, trying to fight up against this, and now disarm and blinded. The Stomp's going to be there. Curry trying to move in. He did buy back in this, but he doesn't actually have anything to work with. The Fiend's going to come out. Supreme held in place. They return it straight away though, and Luna locked down on the spot will fall. Yeah, you can try for the Satanic all you want. It's a little bit too late.
Sustain. Man, oh man. And the Medusa's got her BKB online. That's with a disastrous Chrono there at the beginning of the fight, catching out Kezu while he is still decrepit. And this fight might not be over.
They can slow it down at least with the blind light. Storm, Kezu, no, the lift.
Oh, he gets
the reactions, the egg as well. Kezu, he's got no escape plan, or has he? 4 stops away, courtesy of maybe next time, but Curry chasing. Illuminate charged up. They're going to move through. Sunray will burn him out. That horse is off to the glue factory. Meanwhile, back at the Roche Pit Mage, he's Supreme a freebie.
I mean, the time walk by Curry, not only does it allow the chase and eventual kill with the Sunray onto Kezu, but it gets him out of range of the egg.
Indeed, fantastically done there from the side of Hippomaniacs, and that gold lead that Vega at least been holding on to, it's just disappeared.
It's just been dwindling and dwindling, and we've been telling you, even when Vega was still up by 6k, it's this combo by Hippo was online, and I don't even now know that Vega have the tools to deal with it. Pugna can't be an initiator anymore, and that's what his items are geared towards.
And speaking of initiation, Axe trying his luck again.
And he can, that's the thing, risk reward, he can do that, right? He can do that because if he catches, you still have Stone Gaze online.
And Kessie now jumping in, looking on the Curry down to half HP, and the Enfeeble doing a lot of work. Nightmare as well, stuck on the spot. Yules, Kessie getting ready for another stomp. It's going to be there, but eats the cheese. Curry's going to be fine. Now the Gaze comes out, trying to move away. Kessie almost dead. We're going to be chased onto Stampede. One more tap would have done it. Supreme with the BKB, moving in right now. Trying to do what he can. Chrono only connects on the Pugna though. And no, Faceless Void blinded by the blinding light, can't do anything. He'll finally turn around, look at the Mage. The Yule's coming out. Gonna get him low. Faceless Void will be able to use the time walk to get away, and Supreme zoning them away from their own fountain here.
Oh, he still has Aegis.
He doesn't care. We disarmed. He will be life drained a little bit, but Supreme will obviously be fine. Saberlight, however, will not. And actually, there might be a backstab. Look at Luna pinging here. Curry low on HP. Medusa going to be healed up.
He needs to be at least a little bit careful because
he can die. No,
with the
Luna, the Will-O-Wisp. No, look at the placement. Eclipse coming out. Not being chased onto. They're going to get rid of the egg quick enough. They turn around, and maybe next time, so on point here. Medusa just soloed out the side now. Void trying to go in, but he doesn't have a Chrono to work with. He'd already used it. Satanic activated by Madara trying to heal up. Curry will move away. Can they turn around the Medusa? Decrepify is there. They'll push her back with the blind light. Snake does come out, and Feeble is on her. If they lock her down now, she's in trouble. Decrepify is there. Life drain available in 5 seconds. And Void does not want to help out here. It's going to be a slow kill, but it could easily be a kill. It is life drain. Trying to escape. BKB's coming off cooldown. He might be fine. Yules, they can try and push him back here. If they get on top there, it's BKB. Going to stand and fight. Madara scared of this, though. That will allow the Deuce to escape, but that was a little bit too close for comfort.
Is that was that the Will-O-Wisp there that got rid of all the trees?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm pretty sure that Hippo doesn't know that. Because they set up, right, intending to sort of use the trees as cover there, but Pexu is already there with the Fiend's Grip out of the tree line, and they just... Or was that... Wait,
no, that was the Rubik one. That was the Rubik. Yeah, he stole
that was... Okay, I'm sorry. That's what I meant. So it was the Rubik there. He planned to use the tree line there as cover for Fiend's Grip and looked like he was in great position to do so, but all of a sudden, not only does the Coddle ult come out and interrupt the Fiend's Grip, but it just totally takes away the cover that Hippo's trying to set up that fight behind, and the route is on from there.
Absolutely fantastic work coming out from maybe next time. Saves his team from what would have been a grim outcome otherwise, actually, because if it wasn't for that, and that Fiend's Grip persists, Luna goes down and your base is fully exposed.
And you can kind of tell that they wanted to do that, right? Because Supreme is sort of waiting to fall back there, almost baiting the Luna to try and come in through the side and backdoor him.
Nice. But as a result, Aegis now gone, and things really are on even footing right now. Although, as the game goes on, this Deucer does continue to get more threatening. Is going for that butterfly next, but you look at the Luna, already got the butterfly, the Satanic, the sustain. If she doesn't get caught in a chrono, it's very hard to kill her.
Right, right. If she's getting to the point where she can start, I mean, these glaives bouncing around in the fights really start to hurt.
Do indeed. And well, when you look outside of Hippomaniac, some of them are going to be stacked with the Axe, the Void. They've got the Chrono. They're going to be right on top of each other, trying to just wail into someone. Can backfire.
Roca gigante y peligrosa, como la quieran ver. El caso, señores, es que llegar a la cima, pese a que está bien.
Hard time pushing high ground.
I think the word is stuck in a rut because they seem so religiously committed to this top lane, and it's just not really leading to anything.
Well, it just doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's a plan there. And again, I understand their reluctance because pushing high ground into this wombo combo of Hippo is scary. It's absolutely scary.
But at the same time, because you always commit to that top, you just give Hippo the keys to your jungle, and they've been using it to the full potential.
You just give them space around the map. I mean, anytime Medusa and Void don't have to be farming the same creeps. Now I say that, and they are all more or less on top of each other on the map right now.
They're very close teammates.
Okay, so the top push here is finally reaching the steps of the Dire base, but all you have behind it is this Coddle, and this is just free farm for the Medusa at this point.
Yeah, actually, I would have liked to. I thought maybe if he hits the blind light, you get more chip damage on tower, but he's a little bit too defensive. He's worried. He knows Axe could be there any time as he just shoot up.
Yeah, that's the problem with it, is that they don't have any vision on that part of the map right now. So he has to respect the potential Axe jump, even the Rubik lift. Now that Rubik has the blink.
And now you see Vega. They're smoked up. They do have a DD on Luna. They won't be able to capitalize on it, but if they can find Void here, they're going to do. Stampede comes in to stomp as well, and there's the Eclipse. Shotguns him down. He's gone.
Absolutely worth. Absolutely worth.
I say shotgun, more like a goddamn Gatling gun with that Eclipse online.
And they did have to blow both the Eclipse and the Ignis.
Yes, and Void does have buyback. They'll probably look to force it here.
So that's not ideal, and I mean, they should know that the Void has buyback and be ready for that, but if they hard commit to this push, they can still get punished badly.
Yeah, they have to be very careful, because if they start with initiation from Axe, that sets up a perfect buyback chrono.
Not great nether ward placement. Not only do you get the nether ward killed, but
well, they're going to back off though. And as you said, nether ward now another element that Rubik has to buff his high ground defense of his team. But Vega know it. They know they can't get on the high ground at any stage. They need to wait for Roche.
And this is okay. Okay, what is happening right now from the side of Vega, you're very happy with, right? If you can choke off the map and hold Hippo inside their base, great. They have two heroes that absolutely must continue farming, not just get farmed, but need to continue to farm as the game goes on. The problem though is that Vega's lineup isn't such that they can establish sufficiently control. The Hippo heroes have still been able to get out on the map. Although maybe the Void pickoff is giving them a little bit of pause.
Quite possibly. They have to realize the vulnerability of him. They are actually going to continue to stack damage on him, though. No intentions of getting a BKB anytime soon.
And this is, again, I'm actually kind of shocked that the first Aeon disc pickup in this by the Keeper. Because I think this item, when you're talking about the wombo combo of Hippo, I think this item is a value item for potentially for several heroes.
Most definitely. We expected Pugden to be getting one. Instead, he says Dagon's, guys. Dagon's the answers. He's identified that this Void, he doesn't want to build a BKB. So we'll just teach him why he needs one. It's definitely one way to go about it. Although, at the same time, it's not like you can have that additional nuke damage out of a centaur since they reworked the talents.
Because remember, the other thing, though, about the Aeon now is that they added the 50% status resistance, didn't they? That's a 7-2. Yes, it is. There's helpful patch notes. Thank you.
There you go.
So what that means is that the the 2.5 second buff is even more meaningful because they need a full 5 second stun, right, to stun you through the full duration of that 2.5 second buff. It used to be that you could just potentially just lock down the hero when Aeon just procced. That's actually harder to do now.
But looking at this right now, the intentions for this call are very clear. We're eventually all right. We're eventually gonna get to the double will-o-wisp stage of the game. And actually, when you think about the state of Roche, eventually you're gonna get your refresher shards as well. Maybe get the minute state. I thought you were admiring the pickup of the MKB on Madara, who now hits for a nice hefty 360 damage. He's a big boy.
Yeah,
pretty scary.
and that's nice. It's sort of you notice that Medusa picked up the Eagle Song, and now I think might be reversing into an MKB.
Kezu? That's a pretty deep location to be at. Stampede's going to be used. The egg coming in on the back, but Peck's going to go for the TP away. The call does connect on the Centaur, though, so at least get one kill out of this. And they can turn that into a push they want to. They're going to send the axe back because there are lunar illusions that at this stage of the game start to become pretty damn frustrating. Feels like this is the way Vega's going to win at this rate. It's like if Hippomaniacs don't want to commit to a hard fight, because you know Vega aren't going to, or maybe this Saberlight, the BKB, but doesn't matter. Madara, so much lifesteal, he'll just run him down, doesn't care about the blade mail. They're in the pit, and they'll know that because no one came to help Axe, and maybe next time moves in to slow things down with the blind light. Are they going to go for this, though? Oh, there's Ignis. They move forward on to maybe next time. Going to force stuff away. The Chrono gets committed to ensure the kill, as he was being annoyed with the will-o-wisp. But in your base, look at this. Does Madara need to leave, though, is the question, with the Chrono already being committed?
That's like the best Roche defense that they had. Was just that hyper aggressive push off the axe pickup.
It absolutely worked as well, because your Centaur is up in 10 seconds. They know Roche has to be getting low, and Luna, she might walk in and get herself a freebie here.
That's a really nice sequence on the part of Vega.
Gonna be close.
They know straight up. Oh,
Stop coming out, Gaze. There's the Yules. Madara goes for the Eclipse. He just wants to pick up as he gets everything. He leaves the cheese on the ground. He'll finally pick it up. And now Supreme trying to run into this. There's going to be a Fiend's Grip out. Once again stolen. Used against the Muff on the side will go down the Never Blast. The Aegis has been claimed, but Curry getting low on HP. Needs to be careful. Stampede gonna move in. Gets rid of the boy. Supreme. He's all alone now. He's gonna try and fight up against this, but can he? They have got the refresher shot if they want to use it. Call on the back foot to get on the mage. He's getting low on HP. Nightmare to protect. He won't be able to actually get out. So will he use Nightmare? Doesn't matter. Gets dunked. Now moving across, trying to clean up the Phoenix. He should get the kill. The call's gonna be there. Madara held in place. Can't do anything. Buybacks come out from both the Bane and from the Pugna. But look at the damage. Madara just overwhelms everyone, and the only one left alive is this tanky Dusa, who cannot hang around any longer.
Just absolutely gigantic. I think he Supreme killed the cheese, didn't he? Because Luna was potentially picking that up too, so Luna had to settle for the refresher shard.
But she took it in her stride, and it paid off, because with that secondary eclipse, they could not touch her, and she just found a DD.
Oh, she's huge at this point. Problem is, all the Hippo heroes do have buybacks.
You can force it pretty easily, though.
For them to punish here.
Yeah, it's just going to continue the push.
Madara is forced. You can see that.
It's like, nope.
Immediately turns her out the Hurricane Pike, like, I'm out of here, guys.
But I'm not toying with that. They almost get the tower, though. They already taken the tier 3 bot. And Hippo's base is starting to open up a little bit.
Opening up, although it is not time for Vega to relax. This a 2K net worth lead at this point feels like walking a tightrope.
It's definitely getting intense, especially when you consider that one side has one right-click carry, the other has two.
I mean, sometimes that's as simple as the calculus gets, and it's just, you feel really good about that last fight, no doubt. but you're also looking at it as we had a lot of things go in our favor. We had the DD rune, we had the Roche down to very low health, and we still had a hard time controlling Supreme in that fight.
He's gonna get much more threatening as this goes on, and well, actually, the side of Hippomaniac's trying to threaten right now. They've smoked up. They were checking with a scan.
And it's not just the threat; it's that Medusa's damage is finally coming online.
It is indeed hitting for around 350.
She's hard to kill, and you now have to deal with her. You can't just CC her.
They're gonna move in. They actually try and poke pro. They want a chrono opportunity here. They can't go high ground yet because the lunar illusions are just shoving it out.
That's funny.
A lot of wasted time by Hippomaniacs. The smoke does not connect onto anyone. But things will calm down here. Hippomaniacs probably just need to go back to farm, and Luna does still have a net worth lead. But like we said, 2 right-click carries versus 1. Makes all the difference in this type of game.
And both going for Daedalus. Both just recognizing that they need to become these strong damage-dealing presences, even more critical on the side of the Luna. With proper positioning, right, the Moonglaives mean that Luna, if your team is positioned right, can feel like 2 right clickers. But it's just that the burden is on the side of Vega to execute right now.
I think the big thing to focus on for Vega that we're not seeing right now is how badly they could deal with the Heaven's Halberd. That would make all the difference in these fights.
Yeah, the disarm on the one Luna. I mean, it's actually not necessarily easy to get in on her. I mean, your Medusa is already practically slot capped.
Oh no, I mean
maybe the halberd on Void.
No, I mean like the halberd for Vega would be good as well. Like to just nullify either the Void or the Dusa. I mean, she got the BKB, but that means she's got no Lincolns either.
Sure.
And then that means you trigger Satanic later in the fight, and then all of a sudden you can't just get a low enough. Because right now, Madara's getting at about half HP, then he has to use Satanic, and then he's still losing the battle. Because, very reasonable talent, 700 mana, plus all of this extra stats gained from the Skadi. Reasonable hero, very reasonable.
Reasonably, I like the way you put that.
It's very reasonable. Doesn't sound patronizing at all. Madara. Oh, Stampede. They're going to actually go Curry. They just eviscerate him straight away. It's going to be a far dive away. As Seti says, nope, I'm out on that one. He's going to look for the TP. It's going to be close. Madara, no, he doesn't go deep enough. He was so close to spotting out the Phoenix, but now with the Void dead, they can easily force his buyback.
Yeah.
But it's a risky one.
Well, he had enough to complete BKB behind that. And he's still going to feel pretty powerful if and when he comes back and buys back into the fight. But Vega now controlling the map a little bit better. And I like what they're doing here. They know they have 2 lanes going toward the Dire base. They're gonna protect both of these creep waves. Make sure that if they have a chance to win a fight here, that it's gonna be double racks.
Absolutely trying to solve that. They are being very careful.
I thought they were.
No, look at Luna. Look at Luna. He's going in for it. Melee racks will be claimed. They're just distracting the top lane, and no, Hippomaniacs. They just realized way too late here. They're actually going to lose these racks.
Guys,
they can't leave it either. They have to commit. They're going to dive in. Oh, the Yules interrupts the Phoenix. Now the call's going to come out, but can it do enough? They drop the Ick finally. Now they just need to retreat. I haven't got the Stampede to work with the lead Pexu behind, but Luna's still in the base. She didn't stop. She's going for the mid as well.
God. Madara, you animal.
He'll just Hurricane Pike away and make his escape. And the side of Hippomaniacs just got played.
Yeah, that was, and I want to point out, Kezu called that play. You could tell from, I didn't necessarily see the Luna coming that hard at the time, but you can tell from the way that he drew on the mini map that they were going to be able to threaten both the top and the mid lanes, and that Hippo was going to have a choice whether to the fight, as Vega had plenty to threaten in position top, or go and deal with the Madara Luna. That's a really nice shot call, and Vega, as a result, feels some desperation here. They're going to go right for the rapier.
Yep, Hippomaniacs do not have any choice. They have to be all in on this. You can already see the move. The line being drawn by Madara saying this is what they're going to do. They are going to fully commit because they know they are on the ropes. Curry needs the chrono of his life right now. Meanwhile, Madara just getting everything ready in the bot lane, and we'll return back to base, ready for the defense. They're moving in for the melee racks now. Glyph does come out. Madara, is he? No, he's going to raise this.
Take mid.
Yeah, but he needs to be seen. Chronos come out, only connect on a Pugler though. Stampede's going to be there. Supreme Force uses BKB. Mage, Aeon Disc is proc. Yule's in the air when he comes down. Crepify's there. Blinks away. The call will not connect. They're going for the tier 4s. But in the base, Madara realizes he can't do it quick enough. The blind light will slow them down. Now they look to fight. There's the Eclipse coming through. Madara needs to get involved. He's got the Hurricane Pipe, but he doesn't want to commit it. Storm's going to connect onto the Void. Can they do enough? Yes! He's down. Supreme needs to stand up and fight against this, but look at the Crepify. Protect on Madara. They can't kill him off. The Life Drain may stand his ground. Yule to keep himself alive. Madara trying to fight up against this with the life steal. It's going to get Supreme low. It's going to be close. They dunk him, though. The buyback's coming out from both the Void and the Luna. As the side of Hippomaniacs have to retreat. The TP by Supreme, they won't be able to interrupt it, but they will be able to find Axe on the way out.
And I think you saw in that fight why we've wanted Mage to buy that Aeon disc for so long in this game is that they may not be done yet. It's going to catch up.
They're going to find Rubik. He'll throw down a Will-O-Wisp that he stole, but it won't make a difference. They might try and reset here. They look like they want to. Supreme going back in on full HP. Looks like the gates coming out. Mage, Nightmare to protect, and they're moving in. The Sunray as well. If they get Madara, they can win this. Egg come in as well. The Crepify protects Madara for the time being, but he has to keep running. He's so low, but he will be fine. The Life Drain to protect. The Blink away in time by Mage. The Egg now on cooldown. They do not have Chrono for another 40 seconds. The Hippomaniacs, they are still fully committed to this, and they know it.
Radiant's middle barracks are under attack.
Will they go in is the question. They need that creep wave first, but look what maybe next time is doing.
Oh, God.
Balls of steel, but it pays off because now they'll be healed up and ready when Hippomaniacs come on. The problem is there'll be a Chrono available in 20 now.
Muff with the Dota 2 version of the escort quest here. He's having to shepherd the creep wave.
Come along now. Come along. Over here. Yeah, buildings this way. Let's go. They're going to go straight for bot. Storm. Curry going in. He's alone here right now. Buyback coming out from Pexi. Now losing me in there. BKB from Curry. He's got the Chrono in 2 seconds. Stampede. Kezu trying to move away. There's going to be a dive pretty deep here. Slowing things down. Feast Grip comes out. Interrupted though. Now they're moving Chrono. He catches a lot of them here. Maybe next time. And Luna inside this. The Yule's going to disrupt them though. Madara going to move away. Buyback comes out from Max. Kezu, he's still alive and so deep, just distracted. Supreme in the meantime will finally go down. Buyback comes out from him. He just finally wanted to die so he can get in the fight again. Madara still kept alive. The Decrepify doing so much work here on the side. Pexu getting low, will get bashed up. Should be falling for the Storm. No, they can turn around Curry. He's got no mana left. He's going to go down. They'll be able to find him. Decrepify onto the Medusa. They drop Ignis. They're going to stun him in place. He's trying to do enough here. He gets the gaze out, but he's stuck on this spot, fighting up against this. Luna protected by the Nightmare, going to move away. And Kezu, even deeper. Storm's going to be the Medusa again. They still have not got rid of the Will-O-Wisp. Dusa, if Supreme goes down here, can they find it is the question. They're going to move in right now. He's almost out of mana. Entry pretty deep, and Madara, he's going for the throne. Has he done it? He has. They distract them. And it looks like the side of Vega will claim one.
Wow. Just too many tools on the side of Vega. I mean, you could see the potential of that Hippo team fight combo, but I think the minute that Mage got that Aeon disc online, where all of a sudden